once again for the Boom Boom Room. I am your Spit Bucket Man, Viking Jim, our ace quarter man, Mr. Joe Danier, and your ever gracious host. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me when I tell you, it ain't nothing for him to whoop a man's ass. How big a boy are you? Your host, Raymond Mancini.
My man, welcome everybody to another round of the Boom Boom Room. I'm your host, Ray Mancini, here with cut man Joe Danier and my Spit Bucket Man Viking Jim. As you said, as you heard, these introductions keep getting more and more
interesting.
Interesting, yes, and longer. That's. Yeah.
You thought that was long? I've done way longer.
Oh man, you have.
You know where I got that one from? You've heard the Roy D. Mercer tapes, haven't you?
No, what's that?
The guy Craig calls the people, tells them it, and it gets them riled up, like, you know, you sold me some flowers and my dog ate, and my dog died, and I want you to pay for it. It gets these people riled up, and that's his catchphrase is, how big a boy are you? It ain't nothing for me to whoop a man's ass, and then he gets these people rolling on him. I'll bring you a tape.
Gotta give it a tape. We're gonna need that tape. Hey, and we got a studio audience today. How about this? How about this? Ladies and gentlemen, we're under supervision today because they're specking us out, you know, figuring if they want to take us on as a client or not. And got my friend, my good friend Lauren Lidvig. I like that said it right? Did I kill your name? Lidvig. My man John, Jabbin' John. I give him a box name. And we got Drop Dead Fred. Hey, everybody's there. And they are Bliss 360.
Oh.
360. Why? It's a circle, the top to bottom. It's the circle of life.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, man, it's a beautiful thing. Hey. But they are the number one company in Youngstown.
Oh, yeah?
Number one company in Youngstown for marketing and all that. So we got to get the top. We got to get the best.
Hey,
the best.
Tell us more, Ray.
No.
Tell us more.
And for that unsolicited commercial, no. Hey, if you have for anybody's marketing needs and of any kind, Bliss 360. It's a circle of life. So, anyhow, Lauren, Drop Dead Fred, and Jabbin' John, you got them. They're the best. They're the bestesses. That's what So anyhow, so there we go.
Rowdy Ron.
We got Roddy Ron. Ron's not here. We got Roddy Ron, but Ron is the other. He's the you know, it's a quartet. It's a quartet. So he's the other member of the band, and he's Ringo. So he's not here. He's Ringo. But anyhow. So my friends are today watching us, seeing what we do. And of course, we don't know what we do half the time, but that's a beautiful thing. We are spontaneous. So what you get, we don't know.
Spontaneous entertainment.
Yes, yeah, entertainment at its finest. At its finest. Okay, let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about the fights this week. Of course, the big fight this weekend was Anthony... Deontay Wilder. Let's go to Anthony Joshua. I didn't know. That's the next fight. That's Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Now, I cannot lie, like George Washington. Cannot lie. I did not see the fight. I was at an event on Saturday night, but I heard about it, read about it, talked to a lot of people who did see the fight, and by all indications, it was called a draw. By all indications, Tyson Fury won, even though he got dropped 2 times. Now, usually if a guy gets dropped 2 times, there ain't no draw. He loses.
Yeah.
And the guy who gets dropped the last round he got dropped. He went down like he was shot. If you watch the tape, he don't move for 5 seconds. And within 5 and 10, he rolled over and got up. And he got up steady. He wasn't staggering. It was like, how the hell did he do that? The recuperative powers was like kind of amazing. So I don't know how he did that. But my brother, Tyson Fury, they called it a draw. So I'm surprised. Everyone I talked to said he clearly won the fight. Other than those 2 knockdowns. Now, if you get knocked down in a boxing game, it gives you a 2-point round. So, meaning like you win 2 rounds. So if you knock a guy down twice, that's 4 rounds. So you already have 4 rounds. And a lot of people, one guy had a 17-110 for Tyson. One guy had, I think, 117-110. And the other guy had like 116. 111, and even though he got knocked down twice in the extra, even though he like 4 rounds, if he won 4 rounds instead of 2, everyone by indication he still lost. He lost big. So And everybody says, other than those 2 rounds, he didn't win another round. So, it's kind of interesting to see that he got knocked down twice and still got the draw. And by all indications, he won, though. So Tyson Fury admired the guy for getting up like he did, man, because he went down like he was shot, man. Not kidding. And what's even more impressive is, the big build-up. I'm going to talk to my man. I'm going to talk to you, John. I was like talking to somebody. I'm talking to a camera, kid. They said, he suffers from depression, and he was very open about it, some mental illness. Depression is a mental illness, but he suffered from bad depression. He said, when he won the title, he went into a defunk. He couldn't enjoy it because he couldn't get out of depression, which, that's sad. It's
a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing, Mike, So, and he talked about it openly, publicly, and I thought that was pretty brave of him.
It's courageous, very much
yes.
so.
And he went and got help and overcame it and got back in the ring. He's had 2 fights previous, a couple tune-up fights. Now he's back in the ring. And by all indications, should be the heavyweight champ of the world. Mm-hmm. So, what does that mean? Obviously, they got to do number 2. Now, don't get that. A lot of people out there, they called it a draw so they could do a number 2.
Right. I heard a lot of that online, on social
media. The
judges
judges ain't that smart. Trust me, ain't nobody that smart. When you're judging a fight, you're judging by what you see at that moment.
Yeah.
When I judge a round, you hand it into the commission. Right. So you don't get to go back and change your thought. Right. So you don't know guys can get dropped later in the rounds or not. So, no, it doesn't make sense in any capacity. So anyway, like I said, by all indications, Tyson Fury should be the heavyweight champion of the world. But it makes it more interesting because even though he got dropped and he still got called a draw, and he fought in America. That's the other thing. He fought in America. When you fight in America, you got to overcome not the American judges. He won. By all indications, he won. And now we're talking about the rematch. So he came here. He won the title in Germany when he fought. Even though he fought Klitschko, who's Russian, but Germany is the second home. He lives there in Germany part time. He came here to fight Wilder here. Well, I would hope Wilder would have the guts, the championship medal to go back over to the Wembley Stadium. Because can you imagine Wembley Stadium? It'd be 60,000 to 80,000 people. 60,000 to 80,000 people.
One of the greatest venues in the world. Absolutely.
And if you're a fighter, you want to fight in a place like that. So if you're a true champion, you believe you're going to come back to victorious anyway.
Mm-hmm. True. I was going to ask Ray regarding Tyson Fury and how that fight came out, because we talk all the time on the show about the credibility of the sport.
Yeah.
Do you think that draw in some people's minds might have damaged further the credibility?
Can it be damaged anymore? I don't know boxing can be damaged any more than it is. No, I think, by all indications, like I said, everyone thinks Tyson Fury won. The fact that he got a draw in America, is like I said, is pretty funny because usually you get, usually if you go overseas, it's usually 2 points for, it's already, the champion's already got a 2-point lead. So by him coming here and getting a draw, he won. He won. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be people saying that, this boxing going again, shooting itself in the behind. But look, it's boxing, man. I mean, would you expect anything less? Yeah, it's beautiful. That's my sport. I love it to death. But
it's just,
big
show,
it's called show business for a reason. Show business. Business comes long before the show. Long before the show. So anyhow, that fight. But anybody who saw it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. If you text him.
And speaking of folks' thoughts, we've already got some of the usual suspects tuning in. Our good friend Scott Murray. And before we get out of here, I got a surprise for Scott.
Scott's my Mike's gonna show you something.
I got to show him something. Also, Jeff down in Louisville.
Jeff Louisville, my Jeff Blackstone.
Karen Johnson also checking in.
Well, Karen, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
She was waving at me, Ray.
Oh, yes. But that was actually he. So, hello. But anyhow, also my friend Steve Stabile, Steve Stable, and his girl Colleen. They usually listen. Even if you ain't listening today, I'll say hello. They always listen every show.
We're an international program.
Yes. Well, I explained it to you. Did I say that? We're international. We got fans in Birmingham, Scott Murray, and we got family in Italy and in South America and Venezuela who will listen, and we got listeners up in Canada.
We've got Australian.
Australia.
Yeah, it's like a cultural park.
Hey man, I'm an international guy.
That's right.
Yep. Yet I can't get a cup of coffee next door. Figure that. Anyhow. But hey, so I'd like to hear somebody, text in, write in, call in. No, we can't call in, but because I can't pick up the phone. But text in what your thoughts are on the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight. I'd like to know. Now, other boxing news coming up. Terrence Crawford, it looks like he's going to fight, offered, Bob Arum at Top Rank offered Amir Khan to fight Terrence Crawford on ESPN pay-per-view. Now, everyone seems to be doing their own pay-per-view platform. As I mentioned to you last week, now I'm going to be doing commentary for the Fox Network coming up. Our first fight's December 22nd. Live, primetime Saturday night on Fox Sports. Fox Network, not Fox Sports, because that's a whole different platform. Because I told you 3 platforms: Fox Network, primetime Saturday night, Fox Sports 1, and then their own pay-per-view platform. And I'll be doing them all. So along with Lennox Lewis, and now it looks like we got, from my understanding, Joe Goosen. Joe's a good friend. Joe was a wonderful trainer, and so Joe, if you are in fact signed to the team, welcome to the team. So that looks like an A team to me.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be watching that. I'm
man,
sitting with a bowl of popcorn and a bottle of booze, going, I know that guy.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be in the booth or in the studio. I told you that on the Fox
people
Sports.
have been asking.
But Fox Sports 1, I'll be at ringside. So the ones on Fox Sports 1, I'll be doing commentary at ringside. Pay-per-view and Fox Sports, I'll be in the booth in the arena. They go to the booth down to ringside and back, or in the studio in LA. So I'll be commuting in LA.
It's not like you're not doing that anyway.
Well, my babies are going to New York though, so my babies ain't going to be there. So I don't know. Yeah.
Life is fickle sometimes.
Yes. So watch. So anyhow, what I was saying is, so now Top Rank's doing what ESPN's doing on pay-per-view platform, or they have had it a few times, and Terrence Crawford, Amir Khan. Can you imagine, because of the pay-per-view, they offered Amir Khan $5 million to fight Terrence Crawford.
Wow.
A lot of money.
That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of cheese, right?
That's a lot of money.
Hey,
yes. Anyhow, so if you like the money, there you go. Fight on pay-per-view. You gotta get to that place of you can be a pay-per-view fighter.
Hey, Ray, we got John Russell checking in. Says
my man.
Wilder, I don't think he fights Fury again.
Well, John, that's it's an interesting take. I would think for credibility, respectability, he would. I mean, that's what he's all about. He says, and before the fight, I heard him going off, and I love Tyson Fury. Because he knows how to egg the guy on. He knows that and he made him fight on emotion. And as you know, John, better than I, motion is the worst enemy a fighter can have. You got to be controlled aggression. Once emotions take over, then you got nothing. And obviously that's what happened. I heard he was throwing a lot of right hands, missing big with the right hand. So I didn't see it, but like everyone says he lost big. And Wilder, if he's a true champion, which I like to think he is, he'll fight him again. But I think John fighting back over in Wembley, that's the biggest fight could be made. Not fighting him here, fighting back in Wembley. Especially now, I don't think that'll happen. But if it did, that'd be something, right? Wembley Stadium, 80,000 people for Tyson Fury, and then the winner fighting Anthony Joshua back in Wembley, close to 100,000. Man, it's strong. That's strong.
That's solid, man.
Yeah, really. So, so Khan and Crawford are being isn't that set yet? But they're offering Amir Khan more than $5 million to fight Terrence Crawford. But they don't tell you what Crawford's being offered. That's interesting. To fight on ESPN pay-per-view. Also, junior lightweight champ Gervonta Davis. It looks like it's very close to signing to fight in February against Abner Mares. Abner Mares, one of my favorite fighters to watch. Abner Mares is from LA. And so he had those 2 wars with one of my other favorite fighters, if not the favorite fighter I have, in Leo Santa Cruz. Abner Mares and Santa Cruz fought twice. Santa Cruz beat him twice. So now he's looking up to fight Gervonta Davis for his title, and that's it. They're talking about for February. It's very close to being made. Also, Jarrett Hurd, who fought on the fight on Saturday night on the Wilder Fury card, Jarrett Hurd wants to fight with Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is one of the co-features of the fight, again, that I'll be See, just
That's
see
the
how,
one on the 22nd, right?
on December 22nd. You know, see how I
Big circle, right?
you see how I do this commercial without it's this not
circle.
it's unsolicited commercial for for PBC, Fox Sports Fox Sports Boxing, Saturday night, December 22nd, 8 p.m. You'll see this mug on there somewhere. So anyhow, that's a scary thought, I know. Anyhow, but that. So Jamel Charlo is fighting Tony Harrison that night. His brother Jamal Charlo. Now Jamel Charlo is the 154-pound junior middleweight champion.
This is my next question.
And he's gonna fight Tony Harrison, while his brother Jamal Charlo is fighting Willie Monroe Jr. for one of the versions of the middleweight title. And if Jamel Charlo wins, Jarrett Hurd has already called him out. Jarrett Hurd is a version of the junior middleweight title. See, this man almost got it's alphabet soup.
Okay.
And so let's unify these guys. So
Yes.
Jarrett Hurd's a headache for anybody. I like Jarrett Hurd a lot. And
But it might be one step closer to unification.
well, yeah, him and Charlo would unify some of the titles.
Yeah.
I mean, then they'll make up others. So you know, but I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, first you just recognize who's the best fighter.
You know, you want to get rich, we should just make up our own damn belt.
That's it. You got it. You got it. So Jarrett Hurd is called out Jamel Charlo. If Jamel Charlo beats Tony Harrison, I think that would be a fight that would be made. So
That
since
would
they have
be
the same
cool.
promoter, the same stable, I think it would be an easy make.
Hey, Johnny Pep says, hey.
Johnny Pep, my man,
And
from
real
Watertown, New York. Johnny had a lovely time. Really, had a lovely time when I was up there, man. I really thank you for bringing me up, and I enjoyed it, and I love to come back again.
Hey, Sean Makaba, am I hacking that guy's name up? I sure hope not.
Sean?
He says Khan is swerving Kelbrook.
Oh, Khan, I heard that that was the thing. They're talking about Khan was in negotiations with Kell Brook to fight. Now that would be the battle for England because they're both English, both English citizens. Both had a version of the belt. They've been calling each other out for a long time. They were close negotiating, and then Khan got the offer from Crawford. But it makes sense. If you get the title fight for the world title and you're getting paid that much, why wouldn't you do it? So, anyhow. So, I mean, yeah, but they're talking about Khan fighting Kell Brook, and that hasn't happened yet.
Ray, you want to see something wild? Look at the size of this spider that was just coming off a web down my... Look at the size of that son of a gun. I kid you not. Look at this
Bring it on. That's
Were you
beautiful.
afraid of spiders, Ray?
I'm not afraid of spiders. You can
Oh
bring them
my
on.
god.
No, I'm going to take them outside. But this is just coming off.
Well, you
my
can't
leg.
see it, ladies and gentlemen. There's a pretty good
a pretty
size
good
spider.
size one.
Pretty good sized spider.
I'm going to take him elsewhere in the building and let
okay.
him go find other bugs to eat. Isn't that wild?
That's
Look at the
resourceful.
size of that son of a gun.
There you go. Well, let me talk about
He's
spiders.
trying to get out of
I've
here
actually
now.
found one in my yesterday morning in my bathroom. It come like out of nowhere. Now my wife's deadly afraid of spiders, and it just come around, and it was actually it was one big enough that I videoed it.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I
Oh,
got
you
my
gotta
shoe,
send me that
whacked the shoe, and it just fell, and just like closed up. It was big.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I don't know how they get to the events, and with this time of the year, they get in.
And that's the kind of spontaneous things that happen on this show. It's spontaneous entertainment
There you go.
combustion. So you get science.
There you go.
Hey, Brett.
Also,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and Mike, you want me to tell Scott Murray when we want to tell him about Liverpool.
That's right, and I got to check the tape, but I got to come show.
Liverpool is gonna be fighting Wolverhampton, which
That's
is
right.
Scott's team.
Dig the threads, man.
Scott, you see this?
Dig the threads, Scott.
Is that Liverpool?
We're coming for you, baby. It's early January in the FA Cup in the draw in the first round. We got Wolverhampton. We're coming for you, Murray.
See that? We give you more things than you know. Wolverhampton. That's.
The Wolverhampton Wanderers, also called the
Wanderers,
Wolves.
right.
And you've got an autographed jersey from
Yes,
that
I
team.
do. Wolverhampton Wolves.
From the last time
Wolverhampton
you went.
Wolverines and the Wanderers. Yeah, I mean, Wolverhampton. It's a football team. It's a soccer team there, and that's their local team where my buddy Scott in Birmingham is, and the rivals of Liverpool.
Well, they're going to be this time. I would actually Wolverhampton was a really great squad in the 70s, and they've gotten themselves back up to the first division. And an old rivalry's kind of getting we're going to spark it back up, just me and Scott. So
There you go. Hey, you know what we got in the studio, Vike?
Who's in the
We got
studio?
Bliss 360 here.
Bliss 360
Bliss
by Raymond,
360.
please tell me more.
Bliss 360 is a local Youngstown marketing. I think marketing and That's it. Marketing and
Media.
media, all social media, all forms of media, medias of all kinds.
For the best in media marketing, Bliss 360.
Boom, there we go. We got my friend Lauren Ludwig, my man Jabbin John, and Drop Dead Fred here. We got them all, but we're missing Rowdy Ron. Ron, you're a little tardy for the party. Hey, so next time you got to be here. Now, moving on. Also just a little give a shout out to a guy I know, and he's sweet, really a sweet guy, Chris Van Heerden from South Africa, welterweight from South Africa, just signed with Top Rank, Bob Arum's crew. The reason that's significant, he's been trying to get with them for like 6 years. They just signed him. So Chris, I'm happy. Chris is a good guy. I see Chris out in the gyms. He trains at Wildcard West, which is now Churchill Boxing. Peter Berg, Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg's gym, with my man Drop Dead Sam. Sam I Am, Drop Dead, that's Fred. Drop Dead Fred. You got me all confused. Sam I Am. My man Sam I Am.
You just told Sam to Drop Dead.
No, Sam, who's got Regis Prograis, who's in a World Series of Super Series of Boxing and junior lightweights. So, anyhow, Chris Van Heerden trains there, and he signed with Top Rank. So, Chris, I'm happy for you, brother. Chris got a record of 26-2-1, 12 knockouts from South Africa. Just a lovely guy. So, Chris, I'm very happy for you, man. I hope you get the shot, and the shot that you deserve. And anyhow, the other thing of note, and I'm going to talk about segue. But I got to get on a serious note now. I mean, it's Urban Meyer from Ohio State Buckeyes, the Ohio State coach, not retired, he resigned this morning to talk. And, Urban's only 54, man. He's younger than me. He's a younger guy. He's a young man. But he's been coaching for quite a while. From Bowling, he started at Bowling Green, right? Did you know? I didn't know he started at Bowling Green.
I did not know that.
And then he went down to Florida. Now he's at Ohio. He had a great national championships he won in Florida, and now he's here at Ohio State, and he's won 3 Big Ten championships. But he retired for medical reasons.
Yeah.
And I tell people, man, and obviously one of the hardest things, under scrutiny in the public eye is being the head of a college institution.
Yeah.
Not only, we were talking earlier with my friends from Bliss 360 for all your marketing needs here in Youngstown, Ohio.
We can't take any more people.
Yeah, and a very unsolicited commercial, very unsolicited. No, we were talking earlier. We were talking earlier saying how difficult that is because in the college game as opposed to the pros, you got young men. These are men, young boys. And boys, you try to turn into young men. Uh-huh. And Urban Meyer, a lot of great coaches like Jim Tressel here, Youngstown, who's now the president of Youngstown State. Tress was a great coach here at Youngstown State, great coach at Ohio State. But more than anything, he was a maker of men.
Yes.
Not a breaker of men, maker of men. Which is there's a fine line. Because a lot of guys coming out of high school, go to college, and there's a lot of high school coaches, we talked about it before, a lot of high school coaches who like to break these young kids. They try to break them down. And that's nothing wrong with trying to break a young man down if you build him back up.
Right.
But they break them. They don't make them.
Yeah.
And I went through it with my own children at their school, high school. And their coaches, man, and it's significant when you're in high school, man, you're supposed to be maker of men. Just take them to the next level so they go out and, some of these, they play these sports. A lot of these guys, some of their sports, to be the last time I ever played any sports, high school sports. So give them the opportunity to play. If they've been riding the bench for a couple of years, their senior year, give them the playing time, man. It ain't about winning. It's about making men. Giving them memories and memories they'll always have. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is in high school. And that's what I say, high school coach, man. You ain't, you're high school. You're a teacher, you're coaching, because these are guys you're supposed to help build up. But now we're in the college ranks, and I see, now the coaches are getting paid, but they're making money off these young kids' name. And I always said there's no more Ku Klux organization in the world than the NCAA. The most Ku Klux guys there are. Because you buy a kid a $10 hamburger, they'll strip the kid of all his tuition or scholarship.
Yeah.
And yet these guys are making millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And you remember a couple years ago when these guys got jammed up for I think it was Ohio State, wasn't it? It was Ohio State when they went out there selling jerseys.
Yeah.
I got Terrell Pryor was one of them, I think.
Yeah, someone autographed items.
I mean, guys want you to go and they're giving you money for it. Yet, they got jammed up, and then the university, and that was the whole thing came down on Jim Tressel, and you know, it was, you know, he's the captain of the ship, so I guess he's got to go down with the ship. But you know, these young men making their own decisions. But again, you know, these kids got to be. They're making billions, not just millions and millions, but billions of dollars for universities.
Unfathomable amounts of money.
And yet, they can't be compensated or what's the word? Compensated?
Recompensed.
Is that the word? There's a 98-cent word I had in my head. I can't think of it right now. But
Compensated?
compensated, I'll think of the word. Anyhow, making money. They have the opportunity to make money.
Make it a campus job.
Yeah, so they should have the chance to make money.
Yeah.
But the chance that these guys couldn't, they got the jerseys, and you know, a lot of the guys are forced out of college, you know, to give up the scholarship, and Terrell Pryor left to turn pro, maybe a little bit premature, maybe not, I don't know. And Jim Tressel lost his job down there because of it. But he's the coach, man, you know, he's a father figure. And all I know is this, I don't remember exactly how everything went down. Tress was the brunt of everything because
Right.
he's the coach. But look, I don't think he wouldn't rat his kids out. He rat the players out. I would say if I was Tress, I'm talking if I was me. I would say these are like my kids.
Yeah.
They're my kid. I'm not ratting my kids out.
Right.
Do what you want, but I'm not. These are my kids.
Yeah.
They're young kids. They make mistakes, but I'm not ratting my kids out. Boom. Bravo. Bravo. I think everybody would understand that.
Sure.
Even these Ku Kluxers that run the NCAA would understand that. Come on.
Oh.
No. Oh, no. It's the most Ku Klux organization there is. They're all Ku Kluxers. All of them. It's an all boys club. You got to change that around real quick. But anyhow,
It's certainly shady at the least.
So anyhow, what I was getting to, going back to Urban Meyer, that coaching, when it goes in now from high school, like as we're getting to the college, they get paid well, compensated well, but they got to be guys. But you got, like I said, there's a fine line because a lot of these guys, they're great compensated, but the players are getting nothing, and we know that has to change. The players that get some type of money, right, for let them buy a hamburger for crying out loud, and so they're talking about that. They're talking about that changing. These guys getting a stipend of some sort for food.
Hey, Roger Butchie agrees with you.
Roger, thank you. I'm never wrong. Only when I say that. And no, Roger, thank you. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. And I mean, but you guys, you understand. I mean, look, anybody who's had family members that coach, anybody who's anybody knows anybody that's coached. So that's how I was going back to Bobby Stoops. Bobby Stoops, Youngstown, Ohio. Great coach out in Oklahoma. He got his own statue now. You know, they gave him a statue.
Yeah.
It's great. God bless him. He deserves it. Bobby was one of the great college coaches, but he was just a great coach. He coached with under Urban Meyer in Florida.
No kidding.
Yeah, Bobby did. Yeah. So then he coached under Steve Spurrier. No, I'm sorry, it was Steve Spurrier. Steve Spurrier.
There you go.
In Florida. My bad. Not Urban Meyer. But him, and no, not Urban. I'm sorry, Steve Spurrier. And you know, Bobby was just the one that comes from a great family of coaches here in Youngstown. The father and the
You
brothers.
can't swing a dead cat in his town without hitting the Stoops.
That's it, man. And his brother Mark right now, coach at Kentucky, and I guess he won more games now than I guess Mark. I'm proud of you, brother. I think they hit their 7th or 8th win, and all he was hoping to get is they wanted hoping for 6 because from my understanding, every win over 6 he gets a little bump in price. My brother Mark, got a boy, Mark.
That's a beautiful thing. That's all old Mooney homeboys for you.
So
buddy.
it's all my neighbors, my friends. But Bobby retired a couple years ago because he said he wanted to see his kids play, and I get that, I understand that. But he coached many years. But also, there's he wanted to be able to enjoy life a little bit. I know. When you're a coach at a major university, it's psychologically, man, it's got to play on you.
Yeah.
Psychologically. You got an obligation to the team, but you also got an obligation. Believe me, Bobby's the most popular guy in Oklahoma. other than not even the governor was more popular. Bobby Stoops, coach of Oklahoma, is the most popular guy in Oklahoma because that's all they got.
Yep.
Who's the team? Who's the professional team? The Oklahoma Sooners. They're the professional team.
Yep.
You know, and that's all they got. And they, of course, they got the Thunder, but basketball is still relatively new in Oklahoma. We got some good old boys, man. They ain't basketball players.
Sidebar though, Ray, I root for Oklahoma City Thunder sometimes just because I feel bad because they don't have a team in Oklahoma.
No, well, Oklahoma City. Yeah. Because
I root for them just because it's kind of neat that Oklahoma finally has something.
a basketball team. Yeah, the basketball team. They're a pretty good team, but.
But yeah, college football, that's their professional football.
They're a professional team.
They would give a name about the NFL.
So Bobby, but he retired, and I know he cited health reasons. You know, his health. So my point is, look, seems like a glamorous job. Seems like a very job that everybody would want. I'm not so sure because I think that's a certain type of person who's able to, look. There was coaches at, Bo Pelini. As a coach at Young State, he was at Nebraska for how many years? One of the only coaches who I think him and Nick Saban are the only ones that had won 9 games X amount of years in a row, right? There are only 2 coaches. That's and I'm not saying he couldn't handle it, so he came back. He's coaching at Youngstown State now, but I think Bo's got a different type of personality. He's very headstrong. You gotta love it. I love it. I went to school with the Pelinis. You know, if you know the Pelini family, you gotta love these guys. And he's great for our community, great for the university, great for his players. He's a builder of men. He knows football. He helps. But he left university because it's a headache. Look, university like a place like Oklahoma, Nebraska, these colleges, these big football schools, man. I don't know, man. I'm not sure I would have the personality to be able to do it. Obviously, I wouldn't. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might not. Nah. I couldn't.
You'd be running out in the field arguing with the
I'd be
refs.
arguing with it, but I couldn't have nobody telling me. I wouldn't respond well. I don't respond well to that.
Does not play well.
No, I don't do that. No, I don't respond well to people.
Hey, Carla Hoffman says hi, Ray.
Carla, how are you, love? I hope you're well. And all that good stuff. But thank you for Carla for listening. And we got our usual suspects here. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. We have a core audience. If we could only let the people know how much we appreciate them.
How could we possibly do that, Ray?
Come on, man.
Any ideas?
Well, we got Bliss 360 for all your marketing needs to help us with that.
Wait a minute.
To help us
I
with
want
that.
to try something. You say Bliss 360, then point at me.
Bliss 360.
For all your media marketing needs.
There we go. It's right out of a commercial, man. You ain't getting no better than this. You ain't getting no better. Any other show you work with, or these other people, they ain't doing this for you. That's right there. This is worth the price of admission, right here.
It's like a big circle. It's like a snake eating its tail.
The circle. There's no beginning, no end. It's just the love, the beginning of life. That's why they.
A lot of people don't realize Ray's a very zen cat.
Oh
He
man,
really is.
We got the ring. You ever see the ring? There's no beginning, no end. No beginning.
It's a circle of life, man.
And love. That's what love should be. Beginning, no end. It just starts when it starts, and it never ends.
And speaking of which, they're remaking Lion King. What do you think?
I love it.
Yes.
I love it, and it's live action.
Yeah.
It's a live action. I loved it. I loved Lion King, man. I cried at that movie when I brought my kids. Really. Oh no! I was like, oh man, that's my baby boy. It's my boy. So I've dropped a few tears, and of course that was my one. And then when what was the other one? My daughter, Belle was.
Did you take her to Broadway to see the?
No, but what was the movie? Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
That was what I done. My daughter used to dress up as Belle, and she'd watch that and she'd imitate it. It's amazing when you see kids, they imitate everything identical to it. It was a beautiful thing. That was days I miss, man. So, yeah. And then Lion King, my son, it was beautiful. And then he used to do the Power Rangers. He used to do the whole, throwing punches. You remember them days, those are memories you got. They're never going away. And it's beautiful. Now my babies, now they're, they're old. They could be having their own babies. Not yet, though, but, they're 20s and... So anyhow, it's a beautiful thing.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. That's for damn sure.
But so as I said, we talk about mental health. Mental health that's a big thing. And I keep talking. I'm a big advocate. If we've talked about it before, anybody out there who needs help in any capacity, any way, depression. Depression is such a big monster right now. It engulfs more people than you can imagine, and it's the number one reason for. And these things I found out. It's the number one reason for child obesity, suicide. All these suicide. A lot of people have suicidal thoughts. Obviously, depression, man, can engulf you. If you don't get it early on, it'll just consume you. And people think there's no constant way of living, no reason to live because of that.
And a lot of substance abuse problems
Oh,
come
absolutely.
from it as well.
No,
I mean, if you get people to get the proper help and get the proper medication if they need medication, you'd save so many lives. You got to destigmatize it.
I agree, Vike. You're talking about getting the right medication, and I understand that. But when you get people who have problems and get more medication, different type of it's a different type of problem. I'm not saying you don't need it. I don't need it. Like a lot of these kids need. Get on the bike, man. Get on the bike. A lot of people need Vicodin. Just get on the bike.
What you mean?
I get it, but not. But it's very alluring and very. What's the word? Pardon me? Addicting. That's the word. Like my wife. My wife, you're addicting. Anyhow, just throw that in there. Give me some points. Anyhow, throw that in. So addiction. I thought it's true. I told when I was dating my wife. That is true. We had a little downtime with this period of time, but I thought I was seeing a therapist. I was, and I told him. I said this girl, she's like heroin to me. He said, "Wow, heroin. That's strong."
That's
that's true. He said, "That's exactly." I said, "She's like heroin. I can't shake her. I can't get rid of her. She consumes me." And he said, "Wow." He said, "But you know what they say? Heroin can and will kill you." So I said, "Wow, there we go.
Well,
I love my baby.
Yeah,
She's my heroine.
If your wife's anything like my wife, she's wise enough to your ways that if she decides she's gonna kill you, she'll figure out how to do it.
One eye open, right? You see the one eye open. Anyhow, but so it's people. So it's not, again, I say this again, I'm an advocate of mental health. I'm an advocate of therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists. There's anybody you need to talk to. There's enough people, and they do it for a living, and they are studied, and they have studied the mind, studied the brain. They studied all these different tendencies, abuse, and all these reasons. And I always tell people, therapists are not there to tell you what you should do and shouldn't do. Therapists are there to give you the tools to manage your life, to manage why you do things and why you don't do things, and they help you with things. They give you the tools to tell you what you need to do, but they give you the tools for that. That's what they do. When I went to therapy, they never told one time, you should do this, try to do that. I used to say, I used to say to my guy, and if you're, because in your profession, because of your experience, what should I expect to happen next? And you say, well, from my experience, this will happen.
Yeah.
Okay, just from your experience, and then I knew how to handle things, and that's all. I just wanted to do.
They teach you how to cope.
That's it. So I mean, I was going through when you go through marital problems, when you go through relationship problems, when I was going through problems with my children, I was all that. I love my baby. I could have been that guy from the south side. No man, my way to highway, which was my father would have been. My way to highway. I said, I didn't want to lose I love my babies, and I know, and I knew they didn't understand, so I need to understand. So I had to change my ways, because as a friend of mine told me, he said to me, and he's a therapist, and he was a guy who handled a lot of vets. He said, and he used to say to me, Ray, I'm trying to keep guys from taking whole neighborhoods out. And I said, you just try to get back on track with your kids. He said, look, man, you got to change. He said, you as an athlete, he says, right, when the fight ain't going a certain way, what do? You got to change the fight. You got to change the game.
Right.
You got to change the game with your kid. You got to change the game. You got to change how you think and you do things, because they don't know. You got to know.
Yeah.
And you got to change the game, because he said if you don't, you're gonna lose your family.
Wow.
And that's man, they're my everything, of course. So and I had to change it, and I did.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I am. I am proud of, man. I am proud of that. I learned I can and did change. I had to, and if not, you're going to, whether you lose your family, you lose your loved ones, you lose your wife, and eventually you can lose your life because you get so depressed and so far, so far gone that you can't recover. It's hard to recover, and you don't know any way back. So see therapist, see therapy, seek therapy. Talk to somebody. See a priest. I used to talk to my priest. Talk to anybody you could talk to. Talk to a friend. Talk to a good friend. Used to talk to my very close friends. I needed somebody to be a sounding board for me. So I did all of that. And then I got the professional people and got help. Again, they didn't tell me what I do. I used to say, I even went to anger management. Oh, yeah. I was told I had to go to anger management. I said, why? I'm the happiest cat I know. I'm the happiest guy I know.
Happy-go-lucky.
And I found
you.
out I was not angry. And when I found out I was not angry, I didn't have an anger problem. I did.
What were you, Ray?
An impulsivity problem.
Ah.
Impulsivity. And I used to tell people, I said, I have an impulsive problem. I know that. I give things a pass. I give it a pass. And I used to literally let it fill up. But he used to tell me, your body's like electrical, and your body's electrical currents run through your body. You have electrical currents run through your body. It's all body's full of energy.
It's a chakras.
It's an energy, right? Energy field. Our bodies.
Yeah.
So you have electrical field. So he used to tell me, he said, how to disconnect the urges. Because I used to say, I give it a pass, and I literally physically feel this surge coming up my body until when I go off. And when I go off, I said it was only 8 to 10 seconds, but.
Hey.
The mess, and you know what he said to me? He said, yeah, so is a tornado. Tornado in less than 8 to 10 seconds. But look at the damage it causes.
I wouldn't want to be around you.
That was how I was. Because there was so much going on at the time, and I had to change.
Yeah.
I like to, so I did have an impulsivity problem, not an anger problem. I'm a loving, happy guy. No, but I had impulsive, and I knew that. And once I understood what it was,
yeah,
I had to take the steps to change it. So that's all I knew. There's no, again, I'm going to say this again, not harp on it. There's no bad connotation to seeking therapy. There's no bad connotation seeking help of any sort, whether it's a priest, a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, a friend, somebody who has an ear. I mean, just you need an ear to listen to you. So
even if it's a small thing or a big thing, it helps to have a third party.
Absolutely.
What do you call
moderator?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody can help. So, hey, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying. I'm here. I'm here. You write in. Believe me, I've seen every therapist out there. I've seen every kind of. I should teach this stuff. Trust me. You
probably
I could.
You're quite the philosopher, right?
I mean, I did because I wanted to change who I was. I wanted to change I wanted to change things, and I love my babies. I love my family. And I didn't want to lose that. And there's a period of time that I was going through. It was all, and so we were doing it. So we were going through a whole different time. Going through my divorce. You go through you go through a lot of emotional problems, headaches I had at the time, and it's a very combustible time. But we come out on the other side, and that's because you love your family, you love your ex-partner, and I want them to be happy.
Sure.
Everybody
should be happy.
Yeah.
Stress out.
No, of course. See, the problem is I want them to be happy, but not at my expense. That used to be my attitude. Yeah, I want to be happy, not at my expense, but yeah. See, when you change the way you think, and obviously, and then when you realize that's not love. Real love is I love you enough to say, be happy with somebody, anybody. I love you enough to be happy. I want you to be happy, whoever it is. If it ain't me, I love be somebody else.
We could get some self-help books going, right?
Yeah,
if only we had somebody to do the marketing.
Yes, brought to you by Bliss 360 for all your marketing needs here in Youngstown, Ohio. Okay. Anyhow,
hey Ray, can I ask? I got a sidebar, man.
Go ahead.
Because people that can't see the studio, how we got the open
Yeah.
bay window out here, and it goes into the hallway coming in and out of the building. There's people coming and going by this glass window all the time. and you're always waving
Yeah.
at them. How come you always assume they're not walking by waving at me and going,
I
who's that guy in
don't.
the Viking
Though
gym?
they could be, but I don't want to be shining them off in case they are waving at me. Now, talk about that. There's one guy in there who kind of shined me off. If I saw him, I'm gonna knock his ass out when I see him up. No, he's just.
Would he give you the hi-hat?
No, I see this kid. I try to wave to be funny, and he shine you and give me this half-assed, the jerk off.
what.
Oh, you know what it is. And he give me that jerk off hand, give me that jerk off. He's giving me a jerk off handshake. It's like somebody gives you a jerk off handshake. Well, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you afterwards. We'll tell you. He gives you a jerk off handshake.
Yeah,
Somebody,
yeah,
it's like you ever see a guy say they give you the dead fish, the dead hand. You go, oh.
Yeah, that's
you
that guy.
shake my hand or don't shake my hand, but don't give me the dead fish. Because then it's like a jerk off. When you do
You
that,
hold it like
I
that.
do that to people when I let them. I want them to learn jerk off. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I know what you mean.
God, I can't because I smacked this kid.
Hey,
Anyhow, but that's beside the fact. Anywho, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so in case you don't know, Scott, you don't know. There's a party upstairs. Where our buildings, there's a party upstairs. A friend of mine. There's a party upstairs. A friend of mine opened a new company his company's called Steel Light. Steel Light, is there with us?
Not new, just new corporate.
New corporate, new company.
The
Steel Light.
showroom.
Yes, the
Showroom
show.
headquarters.
What Steel Light does, they make all the plates and flatware plates, cups,
Flatware.
glasses for restaurants and bars all around the city. And my man John does a wonderful job of it.
All over the
It does-
world.
and there's Tommy coming. Oh.
All over the
Tom,
world.
Oh. I got guys coming. I know these guys. This is a scary thought. I
You
don't
want
have
to
to
let
do.
him in?
No, please. And no. So, anyway, so I know these people, and it's a scary thought. I know these people. They should not let these people in. They really should. They should. But anyway, no, he's got flatware for all service needs for restaurants and bars, and it's called Steel Light, which I kind of dig the name. We're still company, but still light plastic. So you get that? See the catch-all word, Still Light. Anyhow, they're opening the showcase room tonight upstairs here at the Commerce Building in beautiful downtown Youngstown.
Yeah.
Remember Ed McMahon? You said beautiful downtown Burbank.
Yeah.
Ain't that beautiful? Anyhow, but Burbank. If you haven't been to Burbank, it's like you go to Burbank. Well, I spent a week there one day. Anyhow,
Didn't they used to do something on Big Chuck and the Houlihan with the beautiful downtown Euclid?
yeah, good. That's it. Downtown, Euclid, which is.
Downtown Sharon.
Yeah.
But my friend Lawrence, a Chi-Town. I did not know that. Chi-Town is my town. Oh, so if you're anybody in Chi-Town, love me some Chi-Town. And oh man, Chi-Town blues, love the blues,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I know
great
you
joints,
love that.
great joints downtown there.
I only saw Chicago from the air. I was in O'Hare. That was about it.
There.
It was kind of neat though because they had the plane in a holding pattern going right around.
There
At
you
the
go.
time it was the Sears Tower,
Yeah.
and they were banking around it was the corner. So I'm literally looking down the wing at the plane down into downtown Chicago. It was amazing.
Great city.
That's
great
close as I
city.
got.
Great city. So going back, we're gonna finish this up in a few minutes because we have nothing else to say. So, but we're gonna wrap. But I just want to say again, Urban Meyer is retiring because look, his health is not the best, and again, what he's done for that university, one of the greatest college coaches, he's done everything he can do. He's gonna be there. I'm sure they'll use him in the athletic department. So whatever he can do, but anyhow, we wish him well. One of the great coaches, and the Ohio State Buckeyes are going to be fine, and they're going to do well. Going on, he's got some great coaches there that he's mentored. So yeah, anyhow. But again, just talking about mental health. It's such a big thing, and it's big. It's such a big thing around the country, around the world now. It's mental health. It's a big topic of discussion, and I think again, if anybody has any depression of any kind. It's getting you down. A lot of people don't realize, you can't get off the couch, you can't sleep, you don't know what's bothering you, really don't know what it is, and you feel that you feel like listless. You feel you got no ambition, no dreams, no goals, don't have the chutzpah to get up and go get a cup of coffee. It usually could be depression. So speak to somebody, family members, professionals, priest. Whoever.
Hey Ray,
Yeah.
I don't want to mangle this guy's last name. Nunzio?
Oh, Nunzio, yeah.
Carl?
What's Nunzio's last name?
No. Give me that. No. Spell it.
Germe?
Never mind. Got super excited.
Spell it.
G-E-R-M-E?
I don't even
Sorry?
know how that would
G-E-R-M-E?
Germe.
Yeah.
Germe. Yeah.
Germe. Okay,
Nous
well, see, I
Germain.
gotta get the lessons.
That's it, Germe.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
I didn't want to say
Germain.
germ.
No, well, I appreciate that.
Nunzio
But
says, what's up?
Nunzio, thank you, brother. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the people listening. I really do. I appreciate all the kind comments people make. I get them. I appreciate it very much. We're gonna. I keep saying it now. For this Thursday, we are gonna have a guest on. We're gonna have a funny guy, comedian Basil.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Basil Nago. In
Is-
Italian,
is he-
Basil Nago.
We gonna get him on a phone or is
So
he
we're gonna
down?
Basilico. But Basil, who is Greek
Yeah.
American from
I'm drawing
oh
blank.
no, it's from I'm saying it's either Chi-Town. I'm done mine. New York, no, it's not New York. Chi-Town. I think it's Chi-Town.
I think it's in Chicago.
It's from Chicago area.
I think he's a Chicago boy.
I
But
think.
yeah, I know.
Well, now we'll figure it out then. We're gonna
Is he in town?
be in this weekend.
Okay,
Sure.
so is he gonna be with
Friday and
the studio
Saturday.
with us?
Friday, Saturday, well, we may, but Friday and Saturdays the shows. We maybe have him in studio on Thursday, or we'll have him on the phone.
Okay, cool.
So basically, funny
we gotta
guy.
go to the show though, man.
Yeah.
Where's he gonna be at?
Over here at the upstairs of the.
Oh, at the new,
comedy. What's the name of the comedy place up here?
Funny Farm.
Funny Farm. We're upstairs of the
Dave Robich,
the Federal.
yeah.
Upstairs of Dave. Good.
That
guy.
guy
Dave
is
and
a
Melissa.
comedy junkie,
Dave
man.
and Melissa upstairs at the Federal Bar and Grill down here downtown Youngstown.
Oh,
you
think Dave
third
will
floor.
comp us? Let's go.
Right.
Be always looking for a handout.
My man, right. As long as you tell me you do them free commercials talking about the Federal. Yeah,
That's right.
Funny Farm. You know, you're always
Where
gonna
you
get.
gonna go
You're always
for the
gonna get
time of
swag.
your
You're always
life,
gonna get
Funny
swag.
Farm Comedy Club.
You're always gonna get swag if you throw it out there. So we'll
Love you,
get.
Dave.
Hopefully we get some swag from Bliss 360 for all your marketing needs. Okay. Anyhow, hey. Thank you. We're going to wrap it up here. But I'm going to tell you, again, Wilder Fury, if you have any thoughts, text us for next show. We'll talk more about that.
Jeff Blackstone wants to know what building we're in. Should we tell him?
But yeah, we're at the Commerce Building, in beautiful downtown Youngstown, the Commerce Building.
Okay,
And
as
we're
long
gonna
as,
do-
as long as it's okay. 'cause
Yeah,
I mean,
why
I don't
not,
want
Joe?
him
You have
coming
a problem
down
with
here
that?
looking for us or something.
You have a problem with that? No. And then also, there's Coach Trussell, my man, and his lovely
you're
wife,
kidding
Ellen.
me.
Lovely wife, Ellen. Thank you. Here you are. We were just talking about.
Should we let them in? Nah, they're busy. They're going to
No,
their thing.
we're
They
shutting
got
down.
snoring.
We're on the way out. We would bring him, But hey, we'll do again Thursday. We're hoping to have our funny guy Basil, comedian,
hilarious
be in
guy.
town this weekend. So we'll have some laughs.
He once had raced go-karts against Fast Freddy years ago. You know that go-kart joint over at South Avenue? in
Yeah.
Portland?
Yeah.
They had a big throwdown. We did it on the air, and he was racing go-karts with Fast Freddy. He's a hilarious dude.
There you
Can't
go.
wait for that show. Especially if
Until-
Dave gives me coughs.
I don't right, my man. Just
I got a bag. I got a
mention him a few
sprout.
times. Just mention him a few times. You'll give it to him. Anyhow, okay. Until next show. Look, we're gonna wrap it up, and thank you for listening to another round of the Boom Boom Room. Until next time, take care of each other, love each other. Good night. God bless.